Do you ever dream of waking up somewhere that still feels real? Where the day begins not with the sound of traffic, but with birds, light, and the faint chime of church bells? For many people, that dream has become almost impossible, the price of peace rising faster than the cost of living itself. But what if peace didn't have to be expensive? What if you could find it, quietly waiting in a small Sicilian town where time moves slower and life still has room to breathe? This is Europe on Sale, the channel that finds real homes across Europe, verified listings with clear paperwork, video proof, and stories that prove you don't need millions to own something beautiful. Our mission is simple: to show that real estate can still be human, heartfelt, and surprisingly affordable, especially here in southern Italy, where charm and value still live side by side. Today we're traveling to Caltagirone, a town famous for its hand-painted ceramics, golden light, and slow rhythm of life. In this episode, you'll see 4 authentic homes, all in or around the town itself, from century-old townhouses in the historic center to a countryside villa surrounded by olive trees and open skies. And here's what makes this video special. In Caltagirone, the average price per square meter is around 690 euros, roughly $740 US. But today you'll see both extremes. One home costs about 10,000 euros, approximately 11,000 US, and another reaches nearly 100,000 euros, roughly 108,000 US. So stay until the end and try to feel the difference for yourself, not just in space or luxury, but in spirit. Because sometimes the real story of a home isn't written in its price, but in what it gives back to your life. Each of these 4 homes offers something unique: a historic dual-unit house ready to rent or restore, a 3-story terraced home with balcony and terrace, a larger semi-detached property with garage and potential, and finally a villa with its own pool and 18,000 square meters of olive groves. All of them are far below Italy's regional averages, yet each holds genuine potential, whether you dream of a personal retreat, an agri-stay investment, or simply a new chapter under the Sicilian sun. And if you've ever wondered how to actually buy a home in Italy, from legal steps to renovation costs, stay with us until the very end. Because by the time you finish this video, you'll know not only what's possible, but which kind of possible feels right for you. In the heart of Caltagirone's Centro Storico, down a quiet stone street that still echoes with the rhythm of a slower time, stands a small 2-level house that holds twice the possibility. It's modest, just 8,000 euros, but it feels like the kind of place that knows how to stretch its value, because here, every wall, every turn, tells a story older than modern life itself. The house sits on Via Ronca, barely a few steps from Piazza Umberto I, where locals gather for morning coffee and small conversations that seem to last longer than they should. Inside, the property is divided into 2 independent bilocale apartments, one on the ground floor, one above, each with its own private entrance. Together, they form a total of 4 rooms and 2 bathrooms, giving you the freedom to live in one and rent the other, or simply enjoy the comfort of having space to host guests. Despite its small price, this home isn't a ruin. It's listed as being in buono stato, good condition, meaning it's ready to use even if you'd want to refresh it to your taste later. At 85 square meters, that comes to about 94 euros per square meter, an almost impossible figure in a European UNESCO town. In comparison, the average property in Caltagirone today sells for around 689 euros per square meter, while in Catania province it's over 1,100. That means this house costs nearly 1/7 of the local average, a quiet fact that makes it as much an investment as a story to tell. Around it, everything you need is within walking distance. A pharmacy on Piazza Umberto I is just a short stroll away. The Superstore Deco supermarket lies 2 kilometers down the gentle slope of Viale Europa, and the Caltagirone train station is less than 1.7 kilometers from the front door. Even the Gravina and San Pietro Hospital sits within a 10-minute drive, a comforting proximity for anyone thinking about long stays or early retirement in Sicily. But what truly sets this home apart is not its practicality, it's its setting. Caltagirone is a town of color and craft, famous for its 142-step ceramic staircase, the Scalinata di Santa Maria del Monte. Living here means watching sunsets from Baroque balconies, hearing church bells fold into the breeze, and walking among tiled facades that shimmer after rain. When the mood strikes, you can escape to the Bosco di Santo Pietro, a protected oak forest 20 kilometers south, or drive 48 kilometers to the Mediterranean beaches of Scoliti. There's a certain poetry in the way this home stands. Not luxurious, but alive. It's the kind of place that reminds you how living simply can still feel rich, that small can mean free. For those dreaming of a holiday let in a UNESCO heritage town, or a personal studio surrounded by Sicilian light, this house could be that rare beginning, a doorway into Italy's warmth, priced like a whisper rather than a promise. If you follow the winding streets uphill from Piazza Umberto I, where terracotta tiles shimmer under the afternoon sun, you'll find Via Ronco Schiciano, a narrow lane lined with pastel facades and hanging laundry swaying in the breeze. Here, for only €10,000, stands a 3-story townhouse with a balcony, a terrace, and even a small cellar below, a piece of Sicilian life still intact, waiting for someone who can see beauty in what time has left behind. The house stretches across 122 square meters, with 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and 5 total rooms, each with its own rhythm. It's listed as da ristrutturare, in need of renovation, but the structure is solid and its bones tell of care. Thick stone walls, a wooden staircase, and the kind of proportion that once made homes both intimate and generous. At €82 per square meter, this is one of the lowest price points not only in Caltagirone, but in all of Sicily, where the regional average now exceeds €1,100 per square meter. That makes this little terratetto one of the most affordable doorways into southern Italy's heritage towns. And yet, this isn't isolation. Within a few hundred meters, you'll find Farmacia Cardiel, cafes, local trattorie, and the famous Scalinata di Santa Maria del Monte, those hand-painted steps that have made Caltagirone a UNESCO jewel. The train station lies about 1.7 kilometers away, and the Gravina and San Pietro Hospital within the same reach. From here, you can walk to almost everything or drive 10 minutes to reach the Deco or Eurospin supermarkets, and 20 minutes more to escape into nature at the Bosco di Santo Pietro oak forest. But Caltagirone's charm has always been in its duality, history and daily life intertwined. Step onto the terrace of this house, and you might see tiled rooftops fading into the horizon, hear the echo of bells rolling through narrow alleys, or smell the distant scent of baking bread at dusk. It's not luxury, it's texture, the kind that money can't recreate, the kind that lingers. For a creative investor or a couple searching for a holiday let project, this property could easily become a 2-level studio, a writer's retreat, or a small pied-à-terre with rooftop views. And for those who love restoring old homes, it's a blank canvas priced like an afterthought, €10,000 for a piece of UNESCO history. When the world outside feels hurried and loud, places like this remind you that life can still be built slowly, beautifully, one room at a time. Just a few streets away from the tiled steps of Santa Maria del Monte, a larger story begins, this time on Via Boscari, in another corner of Caltagirone's historic center. For only €8,000, this semi-detached home offers not just a place to stay, but an entire project to dream about. With 187 square meters of space spread across several levels, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, balconies, and even a garage, it stands like a quiet relic of a family home that once held laughter, long dinners, and the rhythm of daily life echoing through its rooms. Its condition is listed as da ristrutturare, to be renovated, which means it's waiting for someone with vision rather than wealth. The structure is strong, the layout generous, and the price, at roughly €42 per square meter, is almost unreal. To give you perspective, the average price per square meter in Caltagirone sits around €689, while Catania province averages more than 1,100. Even across Sicily, prices hover near 1170. Yet here, you can own nearly 200 square meters of history for the cost of a single small apartment elsewhere. Standing outside, the building feels rooted. 2 facades open to light and air, rare for homes within the old city grid. The entrance faces a narrow stone lane where the sound of footsteps still lingers in the morning and shutters open to catch the sun. Step inside, and you can almost see what it might become: a small B&B with local ceramic details, or a multi-unit holiday home where each floor tells its own story. Everything essential lies close at hand. The Deco and Eurospin supermarkets are within a few minutes' drive. The Caltagirone station is about 1.8 kilometers away, and the Gravina and San Pietro hospital just beyond that. A local school, gym, and the main bus terminal all circle within 2 kilometers. And when you need a change of view, the Bosco di Santo Pietro forest lies 20 kilometers south, or you can drive less than an hour west to reach Scoglitti, the nearest seaside town on the Mediterranean coast. The surroundings blend everyday life and quiet beauty. You can walk to the Cattedrale di San Giuliano in minutes, where Baroque architecture meets the hum of local markets. In the evenings, the air fills with the scent of baked bread and citrus. The city glows gold against the stone. It's not a postcard, it's the kind of reality that slowly becomes part of you. What makes this home remarkable isn't luxury, but leverage. Few properties give you this much square footage, this much potential, at such a low entry cost. Whether you imagine restoring it as a family house, a creative retreat, or simply holding it as a long-term investment, it carries something rare: space to create without debt. In a world where most homes demand your future, this one quietly hands it back to you. Beyond the old town's winding alleys and tiled staircases, about 3 kilometers from the station, the road opens into the Sicilian countryside, a quiet horizon of olive groves, warm air, and long shadows over golden fields. Here stands something entirely different from the homes we've seen before: a villa with a private pool, more than 18,000 square meters of land, and roughly 115 olive trees swaying under the afternoon sun. The price? €99,000, or around $114,000 for a full-fledged country home, not a restoration project. It's listed as ottimo buono stato, ready to use, a home you can simply walk into and start living. With 123 square meters of indoor space, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a terrace, and a large portico, this villa was built for mornings spent outdoors, where the first light glows across the SS 417 road, and the breeze carries the faint scent of citrus and sea salt from the south. The layout feels spacious and practical. A bright, open living dining area connects to a rustic kitchen. 2 bedrooms share the main hallway, and one more opens directly to the outside, ideal for guests or short-term rentals. There's a small storage outbuilding, a brick-lined pool surrounded by tiled paving, and even an active well, providing natural water for the property's vast olive orchard. It's the kind of house that holds both comfort and independence. No condominium fees, no close neighbors, only the sound of wind through the trees. And yet, you're not remote. Within 5 kilometers lies Caltagirone's main town, complete with Deco and Eurospin supermarkets, the Gravina and San Pietro Hospital, cafes, schools, and the train station connecting to Catania. The Bosco di Santo Pietro Nature Reserve spreads just 20 kilometers south, a forest of cork oaks and biking trails, while the Mediterranean coast at Gela is about 33 kilometers away. On clear days, standing by the pool, you can almost feel the heat shimmer off the road that leads straight to the sea. From a financial perspective, this villa still rests below Sicily's regional average of €1,170 per square meter, about €805 per square meter to be exact, despite offering land, a pool, and working infrastructure. Compared to Caltagirone's small-town listings around €689 per square meter, it's higher in price, but incomparable in experience. Here you don't just own space, you own landscape. And that's the quiet magic of this home. You could live here full-time, turn it into an agri-stay or country retreat, or simply let it be your southern escape, where weekends begin with fresh olive oil and end under a sky scattered with stars. It's still Sicily, but a different rhythm, slower, lighter, and deeply alive. After seeing the €10,000 townhouses and this €99,000 villa side by side, you start to understand how Caltagirone holds both extremes, the poetic ruins of history and the peaceful freedom of the countryside. 2 sides of the same island, both quietly waiting for the right hands to give them.
We've just walked through the soul of Caltagirone, from narrow alleys lined with ceramic tiles to the golden hills that stretch toward the Mediterranean. Somewhere between those time-worn walls and the olive fields shimmering under the sun, maybe you felt it too. That quiet invitation to live more slowly, to breathe more deeply, to start again. These weren't just properties, they were fragments of Sicily's heartbeat. Each one offered a different rhythm, a way to wake up with purpose, to sip your morning coffee not in haste but in peace, surrounded by light and silence that money can't quite measure. You might still be wondering, how is it possible? Homes priced at €10,000, others nearing €100,000, both real, both standing, both for sale. It almost sounds impossible, but it isn't. It's what happens when time reshapes value, when some streets fall quiet while others grow desirable. In these Sicilian hills, opportunity doesn't vanish. It simply changes form. These aren't forgotten homes, they're paused stories, waiting for someone new to turn the page. And now that we've seen both extremes, the €10,000 townhouses in the heart of the historic center and the €100,000 villa with its own pool and olive grove, what do you think? Did the contrast surprise you? I'll hold my opinion because my purpose isn't to convince, but to reveal. The real decision isn't written in the price tag. It's hidden in how each place made you feel. Maybe it was the echo of footsteps on the old stone stairs or the sound of wind through the olive trees. Whichever spoke louder to you, that's where your story might begin. Of course, no house is perfect. A wall might need paint, a door might creak, an old kitchen could use new tiles. But these aren't obstacles, they're invitations. The effort you put in becomes part of the story, part of what makes the home yours. That's the quiet reward of rebuilding something old. It teaches you to slow down, to appreciate small progress, and to find beauty not in perfection, but in presence. Every nail, every brushstroke is proof that you've started over, on your own terms. Imagine your mornings there. You open the window to soft light spilling across the valley, or the hum of Naples waking below. You hear church bells ring, smell bread baking, and see neighbors wave from across the street. In the afternoon, you walk to a cafe where espresso is still served with conversation. Evening arrives with the sound of laughter, a glass of wine, and the kind of peace that city clocks can't quite measure. This isn't a vacation fantasy. It's a daily rhythm that still exists in the heart of Italy. Here, life costs less, but feels infinitely richer. So, which home caught your heart today? Let us know in the comments. We read every story you share. And if you're still dreaming of finding your own place in Italy, stay with us. Subscribe for next week's tour, where we'll uncover more hidden towns, more authentic homes, and more ways to turn imagination into reality. Somewhere across Europe, between the hills, by the sea, or under the shadow of an old bell tower, your new beginning might already be waiting.